It's outrageous what they're doing. They put Janja and that Tabata Amaral to try to discredit Nicholas in every possible way. Because the congressman, the young Nicholas, recorded a video showing what this misogyny law will be like if it ends up passing. It's obvious the left never, absolutely never, does anything good for the people. We see it often. If they were truly concerned, would they release it? So many taxes to make the people poorer and poorer. Tabata recorded a video, and Janja did too. I'll show you the reaction here. You almost feel sorry for them. You almost feel sorry because they, along with all these left-wing elements, think they have the strength to fight the right. Guys on their own page. And Janones, they don't say anything. The guy was expelled from the Bar Association. He was just expelled. This is the hypocritical left, like no one has ever seen before. Here in Brazil, it's even worse. I'm going to show you all of this here. Hit the like button, come be part of our family, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and leave your comments. I want to leave a message here for you. If you need to lose some inches, to lose a little weight, guys, we have the right way. With this little product here, I managed to lose 20 kilos in just under 2 months. Results that I show you right here. Look at these pictures. I always show them. This was a few months ago. It's not even a year. It's not even a year. Sometimes what we need is a little push, just like I needed. I exercised, did physical activity every day, and I still wasn't able to lose weight. Why? Sometimes it's that anxiety, that urge to keep eating junk food all the time, and so on. Slim Fairy helps you control that anxiety. It reduces your appetite a bit, and it's totally natural, not like those things with injections and so on, that people use and end up harming themselves a lot. It's not that I don't want to talk about it. Just Google it. It's causing a lot of harm to many people. Here it's natural. It's totally natural. It's a powder that you put in water, mix it, and so on, and you drink it. It decreases your appetite, and you end up losing inches. That's how I managed it. It was a very successful result. I wasn't able to lose weight. It used to be easy for me many years ago, but once you get past 40, it really gets hard. It's really hard, and it helped me a lot. That's why I like to mention it in all the videos here, because I know it's a problem for a lot of people. Losing weight is hard. Doing it alone is tough. We have to make a plan. You also need a lot of willpower. I always say this here. This alone doesn't solve it, not by itself. It depends on this. It depends on us. If I can do it, I'm 46 years old. Why can't you do it too? Slim Fair, great product, link right below. Very good for everyone.
I kept losing weight.
Look at this. Tabata Amaral. Nicholas lied to you again, and she's talking about lying. It's her. The one who has the nerve to cover things up. Cover up her husband's outrageous behavior. The bill approved in the Senate that criminalizes misogyny doesn't have a single word of what he posted on social media. Even Globo itself admitted it. So the thing is, for example, it was on Globo about premenstrual syndrome. If you go and say that to a woman, oh, you're like this because of 5 years in jail. It was on Globo, on the national news. Then she recorded the video because she's trying to get attention. What Janja, that's modus operandi. What Janja and Tabata Amaral are doing is trying to get votes from the right for themselves. Saying, look, we're concerned about women. Lula lost an absolutely huge number of voters. Female voters, right? Women, he lost them. He lost them in a way. Young people too. 72% of Generation Z disapproves of Inácio. They need to do something. We kill the snake and show the stick here to show you the reality. Lula is extremely poorly rated. Flávio has grown a lot in the last few days, as we've noticed, and they're telling one lie after another. Look at that. The court orders the Partido dos Trabajadores support page to retract after fake news about Flávio. Ask if they say anything. They said here that Flávio was going to end Bolsa Familia. Look at that. The court ordered the Partido dos Trabajadores page to retract. After spreading fake news about Flávio Bolsonaro, claiming that Flávio intended to end the minimum wage. They also talked about Bolsa Familia and the minimum wage. The justice system, huh? It's there to grant something. You already know. All this occurring before the election process. They're spreading non-stop fake news because they're desperate. They know it's over. The cow's already in the swamp. Look at this. The strengthening of Flávio Bolsonaro's name on the right only increases. According to a cable news network analyst, since he was chosen by Jair Bolsonaro as a potential presidential candidate, the senator has been rising in the polls and reinforcing his image as a spokesperson for Bolsonarism. They are desperate. And then we come back to Tabata here, filming a short video. I won't include her video here. You can follow on social media if you want. There's 1.5 million, then we think. These are people who support Tabata. Then she posted the bill here, saying that Nicholas is lying. Claudio Dantas posted it. How about minding your own business and stop trying to interfere in the lives of the citizens? Claudio Dantas posted it. And people are posting it here in the comments section of Tabata's page. They reminded her again about the Banco Master scandal, where she was the speaker. Where Banco Master was the platinum sponsor, the biggest sponsor of the event she attended in the United States, at the lecture funded by Banco Master, and she was recording a little video against the bank. The same thing happened when Lula spoke badly about Vorcaro, even though he met with the former banker 5 times. But here, what a nice grade you got, because they asked Grok. Look here. The question they ask Grok, artificial intelligence which knows everything that's going on, just look. Grok, explain in a didactic way how this misogyny law can create a wave of fear among employers and cause a lot of unemployment for women, especially those who live in slums and need to work in micro and small businesses and small shops. Look, Grok answered here. Let's explain step by step the critic's argument about indirect effects. 1. The law includes misogyny. 2. Law on racism, offense to dignity, that's why, 2 to 5 years in prison, incitement to discrimination from 1 to 3 years. 2. At work, phrases, demands, or jokes can be seen as misogynistic offenses by some female employee. 3. Small business owners, micro-enterprises, businesses in favelas don't have money for a lawyer and don't want the risk of criminal prosecution. 4. To avoid.
De cabeça preferem contratar.
5. Women or only men in sensitive positions. 5. Low-income women lose informal jobs where they are the majority. It's a concern about, quote, statistical discrimination due to fear of the quota law. The bill still goes to the House. It's not final law yet. And among all the comments here on Tabata's page, people are criticizing her, talking about lies, and posted a little video of her. There, talking about Frey Gilson. I can't share information about Frey Gilson anymore. I really enjoy sharing Frey Gilson's content. After all, I also pray the rosary every day. I always post it here on my pages. Because it causes copyright issues. I even had to take down some videos here of Friar and so on. And even though am a fan and admire Friar Gilson a lot, really a lot, I've already been praying the rosary. And the chaplet, it's been like almost 20 years every day on the streets. There are a lot of people who don't know me here from the channel, but they know me from the streets. Because I think in the city, it's just me. Who goes out to the street at a certain time of day, usually in the afternoon, around 1:30. When I have a little break here, I go out to the street, so I can't do it anymore. And she's talking here about the issue with Frey Gilson, when she criticized Frey Gilson, but she was there just a few days ago, wanting a photo with Frey Gilson. Here she called Nicholas, saying that he was unemployed, that Nicholas didn't work, and so on. And she didn't even know. I even mentioned it yesterday. She didn't even know when was the last time she had worked in her life. She admits it herself.
Would you rather work an extra hour but have a 1-hour break, or work without a break and leave earlier?
And then I don't even remember when I used to work anymore.
Do you see how hypocritical you all are? There's not a single one. Look here, Lula, she doesn't say anything. The other day, Lula was giving a speech and there was a woman on the phone right there. Right? We know very well. Right? The guy pointed at the woman, humiliated her. He said, "Why are you there with your cell phone? What's going on?" Nothing. Lula had the nerve to say that if the guy is a Corinthians fan, he can go after the woman too. Nobody ever said anything. Nothing. So we can see what their purpose is. Look, people are posting about Banco Master again. Otavio Adamaral and João Campos attended United States events sponsored by Banco Master. The couple's presence at the Brazil Conference 2024, which featured Vorcaro in the program, raised questions after criticism from the opposing congresswoman involving the same bank. She is very, very right. We could say she's a well of hypocrisy. Well, she criticizes others for doing what she does herself. She mentioned Banco Master and her role there. Look, even on band, you can see it, the behaviors. Interrupting, doubting what women say, that kind of thing, it's going to cause problems. If you doubt here, look.
This society, right? So, for example, interrupting or doubting what a woman says in a meeting, in a conversation, in a debate, the woman is there expressing her opinion and then a coworker, for example, cuts her off.
Questioning, doubting, that's what happens. Woman. A woman can doubt what I'm saying. That's normal, just like you can also doubt as long as there's maximum respect. Great. Now, can you imagine? This is going to, my God. There are people who are going to use this law to harm others. We already see that. Many times. Of course it's an important law. What I'm about to say is very controversial. But, for example, sometimes you see that a person has to take responsibility for paying child support and so on. Sometimes they just lost their job, they can't afford to pay. It happens, guys, it happens. The guy goes to jail. There are a lot of irresponsible people who don't pay attention to their child, who do absolutely nothing, who don't pay anything. Unfortunately, these people have to be punished. If you brought a child into the world, you have to take care of them. But sometimes unexpected things happen and we see, it's sad, it happens.
Né?
It is, and it's a fact. I won't talk much about it because you know how much controversy it causes. Janja, look at that. Janja, guys, also went on social media to attack Nicholas. She posted with the congressman, this with the congressman.
The bill that criminalizes misogyny, meaning hate speech against women, was unanimously approved in the federal Senate. It's still a bill. I'd also like to urge President Hugo Motta to release this bill to the public. It is an important protection tool that is shameless.
To go on the internet?
Come in here. A little bit of my outrage with a certain group of men, or maybe just one in particular, who has the nerve to go online and commit fraud against a bill.
Look, she was talking about Nicholas, right? Committing fraud against a congressman, right? Committing fraud against a bill by spreading fake news. Guys, they're desperate. They're desperate. And precisely because their spokesperson today, the spokesperson of lies, Janones, today, he was expelled from the Bar Association. 3 ethical and disciplinary violations. Look at that. Andre Janones expelled from the roster of the Bar Association of Brazil in Minas Gerais after 3 ethical and disciplinary violations in less than 5 years. In one case, the congressman allegedly withheld lawsuit winnings from a client. In other words, he was a lawyer. The guy hired him, won the lawsuit. Instead of taking the money and giving it to his client, no, he took it and pocketed it. The second one is here. Look, he allegedly refused to transfer the money from a won lawsuit to a client. The process is automatic. Any lawyer who is suspended 3 times within 5 years is tried for exclusion from the court. From the Ordem dos Advogados do Brasil's roster. So they don't have anyone else anymore. Janones, whom we saw all kinds of outrageous things happen with during the 2022 campaign, all kinds of lies. He's trying, but now he's lost all his strength, right? Thank God he lost his strength. People saw who he really was. They'll have nowhere to escape. Flávio Bolsonaro, thank God, is doing very well in the campaign. Congressman Nicholas has incredible approval, folks. He has over 22 million followers. These people go after him because they know how important he is. But look, Tabata Amaral, Janja, oh my goodness.
Or-
They're really into spreading fake news and lying to see what they gain. Share this video on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, like it, and join our family by subscribing. I'll return soon with more news here on the Pisa Philos channel. Fabiano Gigay.